Alright. What's up, MBE? What's up, Dmitry? What's up, everybody? So, what's up, Ned? Hi. What the fuck? Hi, guys. Okay, that's cool. I love it. Hi, folks. Okay, so, first off the bat, there was an episode 36, okay? There was. It's just been pulled. So, if you look in the Discord, there is still the link for it. But we decided to play a bunch of copyrighted music, and like 2 minutes afterward, YouTube sent me the most unhinged amount of error coming from a video. So it was like, nah, I ain't taking that risk, okay? No way that I'll find my channel getting nuked. So for UMB, because I know that you follow this shit, we did some printing refinement, so now it's printing even better. I'll show you. And we also did a bit about the proto function thing that we were finishing. So now, well, technically, I think that we're done with structs. Or if we're not, we're pretty freaking close. Download it and publish it as an MP4. I deleted it like right away. Like those error was like, you see, okay, this is a YouTube thing, okay, but it will give you like errors, and you know when it has scanned like just after the video and it's already like popping up some red fucking errors. You're like, like normally you get some yellow errors, now they're red. Now they're like, we don't want your video anywhere on Earth for this part and this part. And we're waiting to see what fucking Disney is thinking about it. Like nah, I ain't doing that. So that's pretty much what happened about it. But anyway, no big issue. Dmitry, I'm doing pretty great, okay? I'm still sleepy, but I think I'm doing good. I'm doing great. So, well, actually, let's give a little bit of background here, okay? A little tiny bit of background. So, MB, exactly, Andrew. MBWare and I, okay? We are always, okay? Sorry, always like 15 moves ahead, conversing in the background, trying to plot the overthrow of the KernelInfo government, okay? This is what we're doing. Okay, so we're plotting in the background, we're trying to see how to make things cool. So MB came up and was talking about a bunch of things. Now, I would like to be precise in what I say, but currently, Discord has an update, and it won't allow me in. And Arch hasn't updated yet. So I won't be precise at all, and I'll probably destroy his word, but who gives a shit? Because it's good enough. So the first thing first today. I am making a new channel, okay? So MBE said a bunch of things, and I was like, Maybe I need a new channel. So it's going to be only for lives. So what name did I give it? Maple Circuit Live. Okay, we cannot see it. Who gives a shit? Okay, let's spin it. So subscribe, folks. Because in a week, we're going to make live stream on that channel. So there's two main things that came into that. The first thing, Drew, you're right, Andrew. So the first thing that I had in mind, well, first of all, MBE like said a couple of things. It may have no sense and I may be schizophrenic, but it reminded me of like the issue of shit. I'm literally losing hundreds of subscribers every week. Maybe I should fix this shit. Maybe. So it turns out that people who subscribe to Linux shit don't like being spammed by a retarded streamer. So yeah. Yep, it helps, okay? It will help if the streams are not on this channel, and it will make more sense because, well, if you're there for the stream, it's a little bit different than being there for the polished content. So this will just make way more sense for everybody, and also it should allow me to maybe publish some edits of the stream, some cleaner, less retarded cut out of the stream, okay? So that may be something that if I decide that I have the time, I'll do. So for now, subscribe. That's the important part, just so you don't lose my stream. So in like a week, we're going to go over there and I'll say it every stream, but for now, no worries. We're doing good. Okay. By the way, I made it cleaner and even sped up links fetch. Ooh, that's great. We have progress. I like progress. You need to put it in the Discord, okay? Dmitry, you need to put your project in the Discord. We have a fun project.tar.gz, okay? I'm looking at you. Go put your project, okay? It's worth it. Because we like to have cool projects in the Discord. So that's the first thing, okay? First thing for today. Second thing is that MBE, again, like a fucking unit, came in and was like, buddy, first of all, you don't update your Git, retard. No, okay, didn't say that, but that's, I don't have a Discord. Okay, we'll live with it. We'll live with it. Ha, I'll link it, okay? Whenever my Discord works, I'll link it. All right. I'll do it because I love you a lot. Get Discord. Based. Not everybody has to have Discord, okay? Not everybody. So, yeah. Today, we're making a new Git, a final one, for the parser, so that we have one place that I will update every single stream, and that we will be able to, like, do something with it, right? So that's the first thing. Bro, why am I even reading chat? So we're going to make a Git, okay? That's what we do today, all right? So let's get on that GitHub. Boop. Boop. Repo. Let's get on it, indeed. And also, and beware, I thought about, like, making a little bit of documentation and all that, and I know that you made some things. Yeah, there's the pull request. Can I have the files? Oh, well, there's probably nothing wrong with me just copying them over, but that's all good ideas, but we... Shit, I'm having issues. Okay. That's all a good idea, but we probably should, like, have an idea of how we want this shit to be set up. Okay. Hi, Q King. Happy to see you. So, I'm probably only talking to MBE here, but who cares? In my head, the project was two separate things. So we had one thing for the parser, which is what we're working on currently. And we're going to have another thing for the front end. So some kind of website and maybe API for it. And maybe we'll separate, like, the API and the actual website. So, like, all of those things are separate. I don't know how relevant it is to have an install for MySQL. Like, is it really that relevant to have it inside of the project when it's such a standard thing to have? And like one thing that that you made me think about is that right now we're just running shit and expecting like everything to be set up perfectly. This needs to be fixed, right? We need to have some kind of command that we can add to our standard command to make it display different things, make it print more or less statement. Like we should have some basic level of change that we could have here, and we should also have an ability, a config file to set like whatever variable we want there. So that's something that in the design of the Python file that we're doing, the Python parser that we're doing right now, we need to think about. But I don't know how relevant. Maybe, look, maybe I'm a retard and maybe you'll have a good argument, but I don't know how relevant MySQL is to like this project too. Yeah, I guess. I hope it was clear, okay? Let's drink a little bit. But more editing is surely an idea, and we need to get some documentation on the way, so that's why we're going to make a real fucking Git. Some fast install stuff. That's right. That's right, but then we should focus only on a Docker, right? Because maybe... yeah. Set up MySQL, set all user access for Discord. For the Docker. Alright, okay. You're making some great freaking argument. You're cooking! Alright. I get it. Alright. True. Okay, I see what you're saying. That make very good sense. Alright. Alright. Let's get to it. So let's make a new repo. And let's call it kernel. I don't have spaces, fuck it. Info dash parser. That sounds good to me. Because that's the only goal for now, and we're probably going to have a KernelInfo-web and KernelInfo-API. Yes, what you said that like convinced me was fast install. Okay, that's that convinced me. So yeah, let's get a raw repo. We're going to set the shit out of it, and I'll go and copy over some of your files too. Sorry about never accepting your pull request. I'll delete eBic anyway. But anyway. Alright. Yep, let's get to it. Let's first get on the server. And let's create a new directory. Or do I... Oh man, I never know how to do these things. No, WTFYW is the worst license, okay? We ain't using that. We ain't having a lawsuit stream, okay? That ain't it. Nope. Okay. So let's create our directory, which should be kernel. Let's have the KernelInfo. Parser. Okay, a real public domain license, no license. Okay. Off topic, how do you feel about the fact that Russia's emperor said that it is necessary to carry out this? I mean, for talking about what Dmitry sent, I'm sorry, I'm always destroying your name, but I know that you know I'm talking to you. I don't even know if it's even worth it to... No, sorry, I was about to say something retarded. I was about to say it's not worth it to listen to Russia, but we're both smart enough to know that they, even if they're practically a dictatorship, right? It's a fucking dictator there. They still need some kind of easing into the idea of doing something, especially when it comes to war. So, of course it's scary, but is it really news? Right? The maybe I'm wrong, but the overall idea of, well, whatever the leader of Russia, whoever you could say it is, or the group, like, it was always the goal to recreate the USSR, to claim back that territory that should have never, I'm using the words, that should have never been left, that should have never flee or, well, separate. So, like, it's expected just as much as... Like, if they said that they have a claim on fucking Poland, I would not be surprised, right? That's Russia, even if it's aberrant. Okay. So we have that. And I'll also include all of your files. Oh man, I'm so inefficient. Oh, there's going to be some correction here that I'll do real quick. In the plan, they call the war a special military operation, lol. And he said the same thing needs to be done with Asia, Armenia. Yeah, like, they're not going to stop. Hi, Stan. They're never going to stop. That's why, like, when I have my genocidal rhetoric... Yes, A is a type of grass. Fucking hell. When I have, like, my genocidal rhetoric against Russian, it's not because I want them all dead. It's because I want their leader fucking dead, okay? Because as long as these fuckers are gonna be in power, they're going to use their populace as fucking meat waves and get them all killed. I don't care about them. They've chosen to follow their leader, so they're fucking retarded. But as long as we don't forcefully remove the leaders and the political apparatus that currently controls Russia, nothing good is going to happen. Like, it's sad to say, but if we were... And I'm not saying... let me be clear. I am not saying that we should not support Ukraine. Because we should always support Ukraine, right? But even if we, like, put a maximum amount of resource behind Ukraine, and we fucked up Russia, like, fucked them strong, and they lost in every way the war, nothing is solved if their leader is still there, right? Because all that we're saying is, if we leave them enough time, they're going to start over again. When they see a failure in the Western, I cannot do two things at the same time. Holy shit, my brain is mush. If they see some kind of weakness from the Western side, they're just going to go back to it. They're just going to fucking attack. Well, I say Western, I should say the First World. Oh, true. Ned, I get what you're saying. Like, and you know what? I love going back to the fucking Holocaust, okay? I just love it. Because when you do, like, Holocausts one-on-one, everything becomes clear. Like, do we... Okay. Are the people, are the citizen of a country responsible for the action that are pushed by their dictator or their government? We would say, like, instinctively, we say, well, no, they're, like, subjugated, and they don't know what they're doing. But then, add the Holocaust onto it. Like, gas 6 million Jews. And then, you're gonna say, well, maybe there's some fucking responsibility there. Maybe, just maybe. Like, even if you're retarded, how about don't kill another group of people? How about don't fuck up another people, right? Like, it's one thing to be North Korea and to, like, meme about nuclear weapon if they would never, like, really get out of their own country with their nukes. Who gives a shit, right? Go ahead, go into eternal suffering. I don't care. Have fun about it. But whenever you go out and start actually fucking up other countries, that's another thing. Oh, good night, brother. Love you. I'm not saying no blame, I was saying aware of the mindset and how they got there. It's important to see the problem as its whole. Yes, this is why at the very start, not being insulting here, I'm just reiterating. This is why at the very start, I said that the leadership needs to die. It's that clear. The people could have refused en masse to obey, but they have been indoctrinated for so long that they fear for their family and friends, so it's not as simple as it looks. I agree, but you... Okay. I agree with everything that you say. And I think that we agree on everything. Okay, I think that we agree on everything. Like, it's not as simple for one person to say no to the dear leader, right? But it still says a lot whenever everybody goes with it and whenever you fucking other people. I think that we agree on that. I don't think that there was any disagreement, to be honest, but who cares? Yes, they forgot us to stand up. It doesn't occur to them. Well, I would say the same thing for your country, Ned, right? The leader of one nation that could have made Russia think twice as friendly with the leader of Russia. So that avenue is close to, yes. But look, Trump is so triggering to me, holy shit. Like they're, oh man. Look, there's still a world where we can unfuck this. There's still a world where Trump hasn't completely destroyed the future for peace on this planet, okay? It exists. I swear it exists. We just need more liberal-leaning countries to not stop and resume electing some fucking liberals. Earth-555. What do you mean? Standing up occurs to American. Well, no, I disagree. They're just too stupid to think and research what does. Oh, multiverse. Okay, I get it. To think and research what does. I think that there is a there is a big misconception about like what humans are capable of mentally and what we normally do. We have this dumb idea that we're so smart that we can decode the truth from falsehood just by looking at it. The truth is we have no such abilities. We're always retarded. We always have no fucking clue what we're doing. This is just how we are, and we must accept it if we want to, like, build a good society. Just thinking that showing somebody a good policy will make them vote for it, or that by installing good policies, you'll be able to stay in government, is just a fucking dream, okay? It's just not true. And that's the big issue that most democracies have to, well, take care of today. Because most democracies don't have an answer to this. They don't know how to make sure that the political party that actually does shit stays in power against all of the other retards. I'm an absolutely insane level yapper, okay? I could yap you for years! Alright. Hi, name. MB, I need you for half a second. Dash dash shallow? Does it actually remove the all the commits? Oh, I'm a retard. Okay, shallow since. Okay, sorry, said nothing. I get it. It's okay. It's probably counterproductive, but good enough. We'll attack it some other day. I'm going to answer you soon, but trying to get some shit done a little bit. And I know that I'm a masterclass yapper, okay? Alright. It should be good enough, I guess. Yes, you're right, MB. I was thinking of something else. Okay, people are untaught how to engage. Another issue is the norms around when it's appropriate to discuss politics. If discussing politics was the norm, people wouldn't explode at the slightest difference in opinion the way that we see today. There are thoughts, people have them, they're not scary. Now the effect and the action you take based off your thoughts, that's where issue occurs. I don't know. I don't know, Ned. You know what? I think that it's kind of weird, but... like, they're not only thoughts, right? Like, there's a point where a question is too much. Where... just asking question about something is already a big statement about you. Right? Like... I am all in, knowing everything that there is to know about the Holocaust, okay? I like these parallels, they're so good, okay? So I'm all in, knowing everything there is to know. Of course, it's cool, okay? Not cool because, like, they died, but cool because it's fun to know about it. But if somebody, like, comes out and says, they're hiding stuff about the Holocaust. No? Right? Isn't that already like a bad thing in and of itself? And let's go further. If somebody like just thinks that you're a pedophile, doesn't that warrant like at least strong disagreement? And like I would be okay with that. Like, I wouldn't do that because that's not a good way to engage with everything, but if somebody calls somebody else a pedophile baselessly, I would assume that he'd get punched, and I would not feel bad about it. Right? I don't think that there's such a thing as just politics. Well, I mean, MBE technically... technically... Doesn't this still run on Windows? Doesn't this still work? No? Okay. Alright. Look, I don't know the difference between between all of this. I'll let you clean it up afterward. For now, I'll just push it so that we have it, okay? Make it work on Windows. No! Okay. You know what? I haven't thought it that way, but true. All right, let's read a bit more. That would be the effect of the thought. What the fuck? Now the effect of the action. That would be the effect of the thought. The thought itself isn't the issue. It's the effect of the thought and the action from the thought. I don't have issues that they think that I'm a pet. The issue is with how they come to the conclusion. I understand what you mean, Ned, but your world necessitate good faith, right? You get that if the person that you're talking to or that you're trying to understand or trying to communicate with, if that person has no remote like care about what you think, about how to get to truth, about what is good for society, what is not. If you're in front of that person, technically you are losing, right? Even if you are the best person on earth, even if you are the most correct person and you have the best policies and the best thoughts, you are losing because this person will call you baselessly a pedophile. And you're just going to be there and taking it and trying to understand, but there's no understanding them. They're verbal terrorists, right? Like, look at Trump right now. Trump and all of his retard friends. Like, all they do... Well, retard is even... I shouldn't call him dumb. He's not dumb. The people around him are not dumb. They're literal terrorists, right? They will say anything and everything in hopes of destroying the mind of the audience and creating a false dichotomy where the people that you should normally trust are untrustworthy, and the only people that you should be able to trust are these strongmen that somehow fix problem that never existed, but nobody knows that they never existed. As I said, the accusation is not what concerns me. If they aren't going to engage because they want to accuse me, they are not worth engaging with. On a personal level, maybe. But, like, this... Okay. My issue is that your thinking leads to Trump. But you don't know it yet, right? Because you're saying, I don't care if they, like, throw insults. I don't care if they're lying. They're just not worth engaging with. But then they will turn around and talk to the populace. That's the issue that is happening right now, is happening in Russia, is happening everywhere. That's how they seize control. The people in Russia are not retarded. They just have no fucking clue what's going on. So they assume that the guy that on the TV is, like, literally commanding things like a fucking dictator, because he is, probably knows what the fuck is going on, and he's probably as good as any other. But the truth is, there was probably a time where there was a very better choice than him. But Putin won, right? Just as Trump, well, Trump is too, maybe legitimately too retarded for his own good, and the people around him won't be able to save him from that. Trump team are good at being evil. It's insane! It looks like you... MVE where? You know as much as I do. Holy shit. You were to make a movie about this, like, 10 years ago, and everybody would have told you, man, this movie is shit. There ain't no way that this story can exist. And it happened! Oh. The populace that is worth talking to, that is open, I will talk with. They are They are worth talking to. No, that's the issue. The populace is never open. The populace is vibing, okay? The populace doesn't give a shit. If you think... Okay. Most people in their life have no struggle. Like, no real struggle. Like... okay. Fuck. This is badly phrased. The people in their life have no struggle that would put their life in legit, like, failure, danger, you're going to starve. This doesn't happen anymore. We don't have this. At least in America and in Canada, we don't. So, as soon as you, like, touch off, like... The ground before was the fact that if you elected a retard, you might starve, right? Now there's no ground, there's no direction, there's no feedback to the decision. So the populace is truly just vibing. So this is the issue here. How do we make the populace vibe in the correct direction? How do we make sure that they don't vibe with the enemy that is literally a professional viber, right? I don't know if I was clear, but we don't starve anymore. And maybe there should be some consequences to voting wrong. And maybe the Americans are going to taste it. So, anyway. In Russia, it's even worse than most places, as all information is filtered by the government. I am beware. I know, and I kind of agree. But my understanding of how the propaganda works in Russia is that it's a little bit like Twitter, but on steroids, right? You go on Twitter, you're going to see so much dumb shit before getting to anything logical and real, right? So whenever, like in Russia, my understanding is that everybody has so, like, retarded opinion going in every direction, so nobody's able to think clearly because nobody is actually talking about what should be talked about or something real. They're just vibing. They're just like culture war, but like 5 trillion%. Most of the populace is asleep. They need to be woken up. No, they will never be woken up. They don't care. And they will never care. The only way that they will care is if they starve, and that's almost impossible in America. But those in it who are open, I will talk to. Okay. On a personal level, I agree with you. But on an overall, like, societal level, if your political side does that, you're done. You lost. So that's the hard part. That's the fucky part, right? Is that you could have the best policies and you could govern in the best way, and the people could still vote you out because the other person vibes good enough. About people making unbelievable movie, look at Civil War movie from 2024. It's a fiction where the undefeated president doesn't accept the election and civil war ensues. I think I heard about this. Like that. Like, all the people judging it were like, oh, it's so unrealistic, and, like, it's becoming more and more true. And there are, I think there was the same thing with COVID, right? There was a COVID movie, and everything become the same. Anyway, it's so dumb. Lol, yes, but it is worse because the internet is filtered, news is filtered, paper is filtered. At least on Twitter, one... In a while, you get the truth. I think your last statement was half a meme, so I won't take it seriously. I don't think that people are able to decipher truth from lies without, like, doing something that is heavily not human, which is doing real fucking research. Like, nobody's able to do that. Like, it's physically impossible to do it on a sustained basis, so... But, yeah, I agree. Half a meme. Okay, half a meme. You're growing my frustration towards humanity because you're right, but you need to have some good faith. If you call everyone else a shit ass, you become a shit ass and no one wants to talk to you. Look, my view on democracy is that we should make the best fucking system that can not listen to the populace for as long as possible and still survive. And on the side of the populace, we need to make the best fucking propaganda, okay? We need to do whatever it takes. If we need to suck the dick of literal demons, I will do it for my country, okay? And I'm sure all of my politicians will do it too, okay? True! Thank you, MB. You know what? People will be selfish enough to make this fucking shit work. Based. The populace is individuals. Yes. Anyway. Okay, I think we've copied enough shit. Oh man, I never remember how to do this. So, git init. Using master as a name and initial strategy from the configure. Okay. Okay. Did I do a bad? I wanted to have main. Oh, okay, that's what I'm doing later. Alright. So, add. Instead of had, I need to do dot. Git add dot. Usually, we change master to main. But I love whipping my slaves. No. Okay. No, me. I'm being a dumb fuck here. That's one hell of a commit there. Alright, I'll need to do this off screen, I guess. Half a retard. Half a retard. Alright. We in. Give me the keys! I want my tokens. Not get mobile. Go fuck yourself. Regenerate the tokens. I got the token. Boom! We token in. Alright. Alright. I'll say alright one last time. Alright. Get a load of this shit. Let's go. Fork. No. Alright. How do we delete this other shit? Ebic, you're out. Bing. Bong. Bing bing. Bong. Okay, enough meme. Delete. Yes. You apparently delete. Yes. Yes. Haha, got you, bitch. Here we go. Here we go, here we go. I started my own shit. Please, God, don't ever do this again. My job in the political is to engage with individual until I can learn how to engage with summative crowds. Nah. That's for weak people, okay? We here do things as units. Alright, let's just see the, the thing that I think too much about. Okay, we're... oh man, we're so late. I need to start doing research for this shit. Oh man. I don't know. Okay, let's just run. Let's run the thing once just to feel good about ourselves. And after that, I'll think about what I want to do next. I'm gonna need to do some research stream over here. I love that writing so much. Holy! Still working, indeed. Alright. I don't know, let's just check what we've already done. Yeah. I don't know how much you've seen MB, but oh, you haven't seen the last one, so I can maybe show you a bit where we are. So I kind of raged last stream, and I decided that I wanted a universal function to parse... Hello, will I be able to find whatever the hell I want? Who knows? Master file, it's under that. Okay. So I created AST type getter. Only missed 36. Yes, I think I did this last one. So I did AST type getter. And AST type getter is just like a little thingy that goes through and parses a specific type. So we can use this everywhere to just get the type and store it. So it will create... Shit. It will create these things, like the blue parts, okay? So it's so cool. Yes, I see your comments. If I don't like them, it means that I well, if I don't art them, it means that I don't have a notification. Bye-bye, Q. Love you. Yes, it's easier to read indeed. But now we have like these types, and those are done recursively too. So if it's a function, it will try to parse the return of the function and the arguments. Like here we have each arguments. Type name. Structure. Ooh, maybe we need more than just the type for the arguments. Or do we? No, we don't. Wait a minute. Oh man, I need to start searching for this shit. Next video, you know what? Next stream, we're probably starting the research for the kernel. Because this is getting out of hand. Yeah, we have everything that we need here. And we can check if they're parsed correctly, right? Because here we should have struct SVC request, and it should be a pointer. Let's take a look. Struct SVC request, pointer true. Haha, it works. It works. All right. Yeah, that's good. I thought my assessment is... It's okay, you don't have to. Oh, for the comments? No, I like reading them. It's just that YouTube doesn't show it to me. I would like to like them all. I just don't think about it. I doubt my assessment is accurate, but I feel like your view of it is... It as a crowd means that you're moving one thing as a whole. You just need to focus on steering one part at a time until your part can help steer the bigger part. Look at the flutter. Your first swap. I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's a way to see it. I think there's no bad ways to see this. So, won't say much more about it. And what's fun about types, okay, is that we know where they're from, right? So here we have a struct NFS FH. So it says that it's in NFS.h, and we even have the line! Oh boy, parsing this is going to be joy. Well, sending it into the DB. And that's up until we get to the shitty architecture code. But apart from that, we're good. Alright, it looks pretty good. I mean, the next thing that we should do is functions. Let's implement it. Screw this. Alright, struct declare. Okay, so let's have a new case. And it should be func declare, I guess. Why global variable? What does that mean? KK illusion of disagreement due to fucking English. We agree it seems. Yes, this is why I didn't go, the next thing. I'm so confused. Are you talking... Oh, about those? But, Ned, yes. So you're seeing things as an individual while I'm trying to, like, think about it as a... as the shepherd hitting the sheeps with the stick. Yes, so I've already kind of started it, right? At the top. So we have kind of an idea. Oh man, that was not pushed to Git, I think. So we did not get to see that. But yeah, I've started this. So yeah. And we probably should have some order into them, but that's going to be an easy thing to fix. But like I said, I don't know how ambitious I want to be with what I'm doing, because right now we're most likely going to be doing some kernel research for the next, well, at least for half the stream in the next 2-3 weeks. So, boy oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Music please. Alright, let's just stop being blind. So function declare, that's how it's called. Okay, and what does it look like? So NLM CNLT or whatever. NLM CNLT. Okay. Yeah, but those are functions from another module. They're like proto-functions. They're not exactly what I was thinking about here. I guess I guess I'm not in the right place for this. We're in the dot age. Together we can change the world, lol. They are the pair of opposites. Worship them. And so the religion was born. Just laughing about the EP way of thinking. I think that... That's true. Oh, juicy sea foul. Oh man, you know what I'm in. We're ready for it. Get that cancerous foul. You know what's the worst about it? Is I'll understand it. I did too much research on this. Alright. What's the standard? Oh man. I don't remember the files themselves. Super C. Alright, that's actually kind of interesting. Yeah, those are all functions. I mean, you know, let's not be dumb and let's take a smaller one. Because if it's too big, we're going to find so much shit that just... Okay, no, I'm not dealing with that shit. We're going to find so much things that just don't work. But it's just because there's something broken somewhere. Magical. Alright, this sounds livable. So we have some struck. We have some if-defs. And we have one single function that returns null. No. No, Ned, actually I disagree. I don't see the US as a piece of shit dragging along the innocent part. I see... Okay, the reason why I'm so theatrical and frustrated about it, okay? Why I show my frustration so much is because I know how much good could have been done. And I think that's the most triggering thing to me. Is that even a meh leader could have done so much great things, right? So, when I see what's going on right now, all I see is wasted potential, and it kills me. So that's why I'm so frustrated. Alright, let's just start having an idea with this. Just to see how it looks with functions. Alright. Okay, follow link. Follow me. Okay, follow link. That's indeed a function. Okay, function declare. Let's try to parse this. Bonk. What potential did you see? I only see people as how they demonstrate in the moment. Okay, it depends. Do you want the potential for a great leader? Or the potential for an half-baked retard, but not Trump? Because those are way different world. Both. Alright, I can think a little bit about it. Okay, yeah, we can start with a great leader, right? A great leader, there's a lot of things that would happen. Right now, there's so much power that is on the table, and nobody's taking it. The first thing is we should have a US that has some balls. Enough balls that they would say, you know what, Russia? Crimea is Ukrainian. The Donbass is Ukrainian. I don't know why your troops are there. I don't care when it happened, but they get out. And then Russia would say, oh, we're going to nuke, we're going to... And then you say, okay, go ahead, bitch. Nuke us. Go ahead, bitch. And you send your fucking troops in Ukraine. You don't have to send all the troops. Just send the plane. Just send the planes, okay? Just send the planes and fucking kill all the planes of the Russian. Just kill them all. Okay? Just do this. And you know what? It will take max a month. Russia is going to be begging. They will be begging for an arrangement. They will negotiate for like maybe getting their base in... what is it? Is it... oh, fuck, I'm missing... I don't want to fuck up a city. Sevastopol, okay? They will be begging for it. But you know what? Ukraine right now would be free and prosperous. But you know what? This won't happen. This won't happen. Nobody's going to be strong enough. Nobody's going to be, like, have the balls. Yes, more life lost now, but less in the total. No, 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 no. You don't understand. We're not talking about more now or less now. That's not true. Less Ukrainian dead now. More Russian dead. That's all that happens. You get that, right? If the US send fucking planes, kills a bunch of Russians, the only losers here are the aggressors, which is Russia, and maybe, like 1 or 2 American plane? Bro, if you're not able to make that cost, if you're not able to, like, trade that, you're fucking retarded. Like, this idea that 1 American life is too much, fuck you. 1 Canadian life is too much? No. No. There are some things that are worth a couple of lives, okay? There are some things. And I think that the integrity of Ukraine is one of them, okay? It's worth a shitload of lives. So, like, that's one thing, okay? That's one easy thing. And there's so much more. Like, we could have somebody that goes in with Israel, okay? Goes in and arrange a real fucking solution. Like, that when goes in there and says, Israel, you're not going to be able to fucking subjugate a people forever, okay? Find a fucking solution that doesn't include killing them all, or we'll fuck you up. And it would be solved, right? The only reason why people don't go along with the most powerful country in the world is because they think that you'll forget about it. They think that you won't give a shit in a couple of weeks. A quick overwhelming force is a long, slow poke. Pretty much. And like right now, do you think that China is like, oh boy, I better not annex Taiwan because I'll get fucked? Of course not, they don't give a shit. they look at this and they're like, okay, the US just said that whatever is in their sphere is free game. Well, Taiwan is literally our territory. Go fuck yourself. And they might just take it. This might just be the end of Taiwan that we'll see in a couple of, like, years, month. Who the fuck knows? And, like, when I say that there's power on the table, there's so much that could be done. Like, Syria, okay? Syria, we've got, like, a leader that's trying to do something. Like, I know that he's an ex-Al-Qaeda or who gives a shit? He's trying, okay? You give him the right backing, you send in the right people, you help them construct a country, and you've just cleared a hotspot of terrorism for generations to come. You could go and fucking solve whatever war is going on in the crown, the Horn of Africa, because this shithole always end up with people genociding each other. You could just go find whatever's going on, send peacekeeping mission, and fix it. You could use your army as a way to stabilize Haiti and make sure that these people could have dignity for the first time in their fucking lives. But no, the most powerful country on earth is right now leads in retardation and being the guy, being the cuckold, cuck in hand, just watching everybody get fucked and just be here, I'm not going to fuck anybody. And the first thing that they do is fuck off. Fuck the weakest person ever. Venezuela. What the fuck? Anyway, I'm triggered. I just, like, just military-wise, there's so much that could be done. And on the economy, it's even worse. Like, Ned, do you get how fucking rich everybody would be if Trump would have done nothing, okay? I'm not even saying doing good, I'm saying doing nothing. Like, Biden was literally setting up the US to have, like, 7% growth, okay? Like, it's on the hinge. and this is just, no, okay? You could have been paid $2 more. But no. This is so dumb. You could have had paid family leave. You could have had all of these great things. But no. Your people chose to elect a crook. A gradual ramp up in UBI. No, not shock the system, but easier. Like to think. Universal. UBI is universal benefit, not benefit. It's income something, right? It's like you get $1,000 a month. What's the name? UBI. Universal basic income. I'll make my arguments against it, okay? It's dumb. The reason why it's dumb is because it's universal, okay? So there's a big argument for UBI that is like, oh, everybody gets it. It's so simple. There's no management. It's just like everybody gets it. But at the end of the day, why are you giving $1,000 per month or whatever to the middle or upper middle class or the rich people? Why? Why? You're wasting your time, right? Or you could just target something and fix it, right? Like, I'll get one example from Canada. Like, Canada, like, addressed head-on a universal baseline income. Well, that's called the tax system, right? We already have kind of that. If you have a problem, address it directly. In Canada, Trudeau said, we don't like poor kids, okay? We don't like kids not eating. What the fuck did he do? He took a system that was weak and gay. Not homophobic at all, okay? Very weak. And he made it OP. So right now, you have the... What's the name in English? Anyway, if you have a kid, you're getting heaps of money, okay? I'm getting $600 a fucking month. because I have a daughter. Even if I wanted to be poor, I couldn't. Okay? There's no way that you can not be okay with that amount of money. So this fixes the problem. What was it? Maybe MB as the stat, but was it like the childhood, is it how we say it? Childhood poverty? Like, childhood poverty was sliced by half. Half of the kids that were in poverty are not in poverty anymore because they made a targeted thing so that it costs less and it actually does whatever the fuck it's supposed to be. And it has tangible result on the lives of people, which, by the way, it makes it harder to, like, not see, right? We're talking about vibing in politics. It's kind of hard to not see that $600 a month is getting into your fucking bank account, and it's because of the liberals, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. I'm not saying everyone gets money. I'm saying there's a baseline level. Yep. I'm not saying that everyone gets money. I'm saying having a baseline level of income. I disagree. Give people enough to survive, off and enjoy life. I don't think that's a real problem. Okay, I'm going to be real. This is so fucking rude, but look, if you work, you'll have enough money. Fuck, this is so... I don't want it to sound rude, but it kinda is. The people have no standard for what a bad life is or what a good life is. And maybe you're afflicted by that a lot, Ned. And it's nothing bad against you. Let me be precise. It's actually a good thing if you're afflicted by that. I'll talk about myself, okay? I'm born in what I would say is, at its worst time, middle class, and at its best time, pretty strictly upper middle class, like rich family, okay? We are good. We have money, okay? Whenever you're old enough that you are on your own, or that you like are expected to spend more, your quality of life will do this. And the problem is that before, somehow, well, this is my thinking, I wasn't there, but before this was expected, right? You were expected to have a shitty quality of life whenever you, like, get out of your parents' house, and, like, the price for your liberty was this shitty life, right? But now we expect more, and that may be an issue. Like, we cannot just have the same quality of life as our parents have while they have their whole fucking lives of working and getting a higher salary. Like, that sounds a little dumb. I'm saying food and housing, that's how basic I'm talking. Well, then okay. Then it's not UBI that you need. You need food stamps, and you need some kind of housing thing. Or like, employment insurance, right? That's what you need. You don't need, like, just blatantly saying, this is your lowest level of income that you're going to go. I think it's a bad incentive. It doesn't help anything. And, like, each of the... Okay, I'm going to say it in another way. Each of the problems that you're talking about should be tackled on their own in order to be effective. Healthcare, if you want it to be effective for everyone, you need to move over to a system like Canada. But your quality of healthcare will go to shit. That's just how it is. So Americans don't want that, so then you need to have kind of a shitty system that you have, and maybe a bolstered Obamacare or something. I don't know. So, like, that's healthcare. For food, you should boost food stamps, or whatever the fuck that is. And for housing, I mean, build. Like, you shouldn't just give money. If you just give money, people are dumb. People will never do the right choice with money. This is why targeted things are good. This is why I love what Trudeau did. Giving money to families that are linked to their kid. Like, the next step would be to, like, directly deliver diapers, right? That would be the next step in targeting. And I like targeting. If we could do that, if we could do, like, deliveries of diapers, I would be in, okay? Government-mandated diapers, all in. Universal income could be better than social security and minimum wage, but for it to work, it means to cut in other programs that currently have a really good impact for something we can the impact. Yeah, that's the... Okay. I agree with what you just said, and be aware. But we need to put it at the extent that it will be. Nobody is realistically... Like, if you put a UBI, even a very basic UBI, you're going to need to cut everything so hard that it's not worth it. There's no way that it's worth it. My issue is I overassume the intelligence of people. Yes. And you know what? Republicans do the same thing, right? Everybody does the same, but you want to know where Republicans do it? With school. That's what I said. Okay, we agree. Yes, we completely agree. Like, with school, how many times will you hear a freaking Republican being like, oh, we need these voucher and private school? As if people can do a great choice about where their kids should go to school. Fuck that, okay? Fuck that. Even though I'm sending my girl to private school, bitch. Anyway. Sometimes it's hard to communicate by text. So if I misquote you guys, okay? It's out of love. But apart from my undying love for misquoting you, let's take a look at how the hef we parse this. Oh, we already have an AST parse function. Oh my god. Alright. How does this even work? You know what? I'm dumb. Look at that. Look at that dumb guy. That dumb guy doesn't know how to use his freaking computer. Look at this. Look at this. I just want to see how it works. It's going to work so good. Look at me, ma. True, we should have a chat in voice chat. I learned more here talking to you and talking to other online than I ever did in school. I feel like, I swear to God. Ned, I'm going to say the same thing that I said to Enigma. To Enigma. Is that you are the prime people, prime person, prime type of person that won't get much from school. Because school is highly social. To me, at least, the only value I got out of it was social. And you're kind of in a category where, well, social is just not your thing, and it's okay, right? But you're not going to get much out of the big social thing in your case, right? Oh, okay, I need to get the kids in order to make this work. Alright, I got it. Or do I? They are socializing right now. Is everyone socializing? How the F would I know? I would need to update. There's no way that I update my whole thing. Bro, go F yourself. Whoever at Arch is not taking care of this, I'll gas them. I'm done. I'm not insane. Okay. I'm having too much fun here. Okay, you know what? Let's stop pretending that I'll be able to do any code. Alright, that's a cute little way to put it. So that's what we're going to do next. For now, I'll just merge it into Git. Whoops. Yes, MBWare is my personal assistant, okay? But he is the... Okay. I don't know how to phrase it, okay? But... No, all the words that I have are bad. He is that assistant that you ask like an AK-47, and he's like, I thought you would have asked for it earlier, and just like whips out the AK, like out of nowhere. He's like, suit, all clear. But no, okay? He has the Somali pirate on call. Alright, how the hell do we git update this? You're a terrible person. I love it. Okay, thank you. I was googling and it didn't work. Add. Oh, I add the thing. Okay. It's so dumb. I need to have someone help me through this. All right. All right, I think I have my token still there. I probably should, eh? I'll look into it. But my big issue is that my Git is kind of screwed, and anyway. Oh yeah, I got it. Nice. Alright, we up to date, folks. Blob. Alright, right, that looks good. We really need to get that that new kernel video started. So we can actually, like, do a couple of things. 6.19. Is it where we are? Phoronix. Phoronix, help me. 6.19. If you want to know how I make my videos, I read Phoronix. That's what I do. Alright. Alright, that's the thing. Okay, so if you want to know what we're going to be reading tomorrow, that's the thing. Oh, there's no worry. We're going to have our end full with this. So are we sure that it's going to be 6.19 and not a new like 7.0 and I'll get like giga destroyed? Didn't I have somebody talk about this? Oh, okay. We shouldn't have it for a couple of versions, I guess. Oh, for sure it's not it. Alright. Yeah, and it wouldn't make sense. Like, look at this cycle. We have like a couple of versions to wait still. Because if they want the second one to be an LTS, which I think is the standard. Oh no. Oh, I don't think they don't look like they give a shit that much. I thought it was the standard. Huh. Nah. I'm dumb. Alright, got it. All good. The sea lion noise. Oh. Alright. What does it look like? Is it going to be garbage and we're just going to research some very basic stuff until I sleep? Oh no. Why is there nothing that looks interesting in this? Ooh. That might be interesting. Nouveau supports for larger page and compression. Anything else? Ooh, storage. ext4 optimized online defragmentation and now supports block size larger than the kernel page size. Ooh, whoop whoop. That's a good start. Is it really implemented or is this like an half-baked meme only enabled in experimental? I guess it's not experimental. Ooh. Let's see. Performance. Okay, so here we have the different types. Okay, we're kind of cooking, right? Is it me that's retarded, or is this like over 2x? What? What's going on? Am I reading this shit wrong? This is unhinged? Okay. How OP is this? Okay. Okay, I'm reading this wrong. For sure. Oh, but it's still OP. What the fuck? It's indeed 50% more. Why is boosting your block size so good? Even when your page size is lower. And even when your FS doesn't implement it correctly. Why is Del... Call... Bell in French or what? No, Bell is... Where the fuck did you see this? Which ad did you see? Bell is a... Oh, Bell, yeah. Bell is a internet provider. Not like Dell, like the computers. You will have to explain it. I think it's because of CPU cache. Yeah, for sure I'll have to explain it. It's actually interesting. Just to be clear, because I want to make sure that everybody's reading this correctly now, okay? So this is unpatched, okay? All of this unpatched. And this is patched. And if you want to see how good things are, you look down, okay? So this is the original thing after the patch, and this is with the larger block size than page size. There's so much I don't understand with this. How retarded am I? Enables block size greater than page size. Okay. What the fuck was big lock? Big lock is a feature design. Please. Specify the cluster and by the... Okay, so we're just grouping a bunch of blocks together? Yes, huge page are OP. The problem is how many people or how many thing will be able to implement it correctly. Games are a place where you can see some crazy gains. Bro, I made an entire website out of this. How the F I... Okay, that's not even a thing that I, like, knew about? Bro. Well, clusters must be a thing that I know of. Yeah, meta block groups. Okay, so the BGT, the block group direct something. BGT, where the F are you? Well, we'll see it for real. The block group descriptor table. Yeah, so that's the thing that describes a bunch of blocks. So you have your data, you have a gigablock of data, okay? And this little boy just tells you the detail about what's in this. Okay. So we have checksums, we had a bunch of shit. Okay, nothing that makes me think that this is a feature. Now, okay, meta block group. BGT can be at least one block group large. Yeah, that's not it. For that, we're just like scotch taping a bunch of a block group at the start of the FS in order to be able to extend our FS longer, because the block groups are kind of a confusing thing. I'm so confused. How was this implemented? Bro, how do I not know of this? This is wrong. Okay, I'm triggered. Okay, let's go into the super block. There must be a cluster. Cluster per group. Aha, okay, I know about this. I just forgot. Alright. Cluster size, big like enable. Okay. Okay, so I knew about this shit. I just didn't wrote jack shit about it. Alright. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. It brought the game from grinding to a whole crush. You're a memer, Ned. You're a memer. It's all for today, okay? We're going to do some deep research about the new kernel tomorrow. But I gotta tell you, it's boring. It's going to be boring as fuck. Because what we're going to do is we're going to go each feature by feature, see what they do, and understand them. And until we understand them, we're going to mine. So we do that until we get through this page. Then after that, we have to do LWN. And after that, we have to do kernel newbie, which is the last one to release. And after that, we'll probably be dead. God, I'll be happy whenever we have our website thingy that will be able to, like, give us different parts of the kernel that we can, like, check. And just have some detail about what's going on without having to read all of that shit. Just be like, what happened in the FS side of the kernel today? Ooh. Ooh. Oh boy, that's going to be cooking. Okay, enough for today. Enough for today. We uploaded all that we needed to upload. We memed enough, and we're going to get that sorted in the future. So, what an end. Okay, we are ending on the song. So, with that said, love you all. We're seeing each other soon. And, well, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.